Hello students. So in previous video we discussed about the basis of classification. So when we talk about animals, we have understood different basis of classification which included type of body cavity or coelom, segmentation, body symmetry, presence or absence of notochord, and different level of body organization. So let's take one by one phylum of animal kingdom. So today we will talk about the phylum Porifera. Phylum Porifera considered as most simple group of animals. This group include most primitive group of animals. Among animals, Porifera include most primitive group of animals. These are primitive group of animals because they have cellular level of organization. Cellular level of body organization. So please notice this group of animals have cellular level of organization, means they don't have tissues, organ system. This is the only group which have cellular level of body organization. Now why these are so called porifera? These are commonly called pore bearing animals. They have pores on their body surface. That's why these are considered as porifera, pore bearing animals. Right? Commonly, this group of animal known as sponges. These are known as sponges. Common name we use sponges. Pore bearing animals, they have tiny pores present on their body surface. These tiny pores present on the body surface of sponges are known as ostia. There are large number of pores present on the body surface. When we talk about their habitat, this group of animals are exclusively found in the water. So they have aquatic habitat. Their habitat, they are completely aquatic. They are found in fresh water as well as sea water. Most of the members are present in marine habitat. Okay, example of marine sponge like cycad. And one example of freshwater sponge also we can remember. Freshwater sponge like Spongilla. So please remember, this is very important. Spongilla is the example of freshwater porifera. Most of the poriferans are present in the sea water. They are bottom dwellers, means they are found at the bottom of sea. They are sessile, means this is the group of animal which do not locomote. Sessile means they are attached to the surface. They are generally found in the bottom of the water bodies. So they are sessile, non-motile. They are sessile or non-motile. Okay. So if we look into their body structure, we will find that they are maybe cylindrical. They may be like they are attached to the body. Their body is attached to the surface. Earlier they used to be considered as the plant because they don't have any locomotory organ. They do not locomote. They are stagnant. The term stagnant means they cannot move. Okay, so this is the diagram of cycle, right? So when we look into the body surface, we find here is presence of a large pore. This pore is called osculum. Single large opening is called osculum. In the body wall, if we look into their body wall, they have presence of large number of tiny pores. The large pores present are called osculum, and these tiny pores are present here. Okay, these tiny pores in their body wall are called ostia. So they have large number of pores present. These pores are called ostia. Throughout the body surface, large number of pores are present. So these pores are called ostia. So please remember, the tiny and large in number, the pores are called ostia, and there is a large pore present at terminal at the end of the cylindrical structure is known as the osculum. Cavity present in the body is known as spongocoel. So, if we try to understand what is the importance of these pores and this spongocoel, this canal system is called spongocoel. This is a canal system present here. This canal system or cavity is called spongocoel. Seal word comes from the coelom or cavity. This is not a true body cavity. Okay, their body is, if you notice, body is asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means we cannot cut them into two equal halves from any of the plane. Body is asymmetrical. They are having body wall, and body wall is, they are, when we talk about their origin and all, they are diploblastic. They have only two germinal layers, ectoderm and endoderm, and in between there is presence of layer, non-cellular layer between ectoderm and endoderm is known as mesoglia. Okay, so let's again come back to the pores. We must remember that make a canal system, and canal system include three structures: osculum, ostia and spongocoel. So through these ostia, water enter inside the body cavity or spongocoel. Water current enter from the ostia, so water enter from the ostia and come out from the osculum. So there is a continuous flow of water from ostia to osculum, and in between there is spongocoel. So we can write like this: water enter from ostia, then there is a canal in the body wall, then there is a presence of spongocoel, right, and water come out from osculum. So this together make a water canal system. This water canal system help these organisms to, water currents carry nutrients, help in carrying the microbes which are digested by the cells present inside. Different type of cells are present: pinacocytes, conocytes. Okay, these cells help to perform different functions. Even some cells help in digestion, right? So this water current carry nutrients, gases that help in respiration. It also help in removal of dead cells or removal of all the waste substances. So this water flow system help in nutrition, respiration. Okay. Now, if we look into their reproduction part, so they generally reproduce by bud formation. They generally reproduce by budding, or internal buddings are formed. These internal buddings are called gemmules. This term we can remember. Internal buddings are formed inside body cavity. These are called gemmules. They also reproduce by fragmentation. Fragmentation. Major method of reproduction is budding and fragmentation. Besides that, these organisms also reproduce by sexual reproduction. Both the sexes are present in the same organism. They are hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodite means male and female gametes are produced by same organism. Fertilization takes place internally, and they show the indirect development. Indirect development means there are certain larval stages, and through larval stages new organisms are formed, and these larval stages are morphologically different from the parent organism, right? These parent organisms may be spherical also, that may be cylindrical also, they may be rounded also, right? Overall, if we look into this group of organisms, they are, if we talk about their body wall, exoskeleton, so aggregate of cells are present, different type of cells are present. Along with this, the exoskeleton is made up of silica. So their body wall contains silica, silicaceous skeleton. We can use the term silicaceous skeleton. When these animals die, means all the cells die. When these cells die, only silica part is left, and this silica part are generally used for different purpose, because this is made up of silica. They are golden in color, brownish golden in color. These are used as the oil filter because they are fire resistant, as well as these are used for different purpose like polishing. These are used as the ornamental objects. So they have certain economic importance, but they are the very important component of marine ecosystem, water ecosystem, right? So this group are pore bearing animals, and exclusively most of the members are found in sea. Thank you.